Deku versus Yuji. Who's winning this fight? Let's talk about it. Shout out to Supernova for asking me to talk about this, and specifically, he wanted to know this matchup with each of them at their peak and with each of them at the end of their respective series. So, some slight spoilers for JJK and MHA. All right, so unfortunately, I think this one's going to be pretty one-sided in favor of Deku, and that's just because JJK is far more grounded than MHA when it comes to its scaling. And if we're going to take the peak version of both of them, then Deku with all of One for All and just all of his hacks at that point is just going to be far too strong and fast for Yuji, especially if he's using things like gear shift, right? Which, I mean, we're giving him everything and using everything at his peak. So I really don't think Yuji's going to be able to stand much of a chance, if not only because he just gets speed blitzed. I do think the interesting thing to consider here is that regardless if JJK in general scales below MHA, Yuji can heal, and by the end of the series, he's got the, soul cutting dismantle in the domain expansion and all of that stuff. So I do think that Yuji could kill Deku, but realistically, I just don't think he's going to even get the chance, assuming they're both like bloodlusted and trying to take out the other. But in a realistic scenario, they probably just talk no jutsu and walk away as friends. However, the end of series matchup might go a little more like this, considering Deku loses his quirk. Now, I know in the epilogue we see that he's got the armor on and he's continuing on as a hero, but since we really don't know too much about that, I probably would give the edge to Yuji here, even though, we saw All Might's armor and that stuff was crazy. So I'm sure Deku is just fine, but I'll give this one to Yuji.